Hi, it's Kimberly Robb Baker with This Little Brand, and I'm here to talk to you about why you might want to work with us and if you could be a fit for us and us for you. And so here we go. Let's talk about you. You might be a fit for us if you are an executive, a rising star, an entrepreneur, or a high value professional who knows you need to build a strong brand to distinguish yourself. You are ready to invest time and money for a high return in your career, and you appreciate a comprehensive infrastructure, a proven proprietary system that we've used with hundreds of clients to achieve significant results in terms of landing faster, finding opportunities that are much more aligned with who they are and what they want to do, and of course negotiating compensation packages that are highly favorable. Also, you do take your career seriously, but certainly take life with a grain of salt. We're here to enjoy working with our clients and vice versa. So it's important to us that you have a joie de vivre and are using your career goals as one more way to add joy to your life, and we can help you with that. Now, let's talk about us. Why would you want to work with us? So we are not a match for everybody, and that is okay because like I said, we want to enjoy our clients and we want our clients to enjoy us, and that's really a lot of how the magic happens. For people who are a match with us, they appreciate that they get to work with me, really one of a handful of resume writers who works at this very high level in terms of the deep branding work that we do, the brand coaching as a foundation of your communications and your job search. That paired with this infrastructure that I've built over the course of 11 years in business to support us so that you and I can really roll up our sleeves and do that deep branding work and get those excellent communications out there for you, launch you on a strategic job search trajectory with all of the support of proofreaders and a client portal, a proprietary system, and we'll talk more about that. So first of all, just to to explain what I mean by me being a handful of writers and brand coaches who work at this level in the world, I've won 21 resume writing honors. I certainly have been featured in the media, as you saw in my headshot. I get praise. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, you'll see many recommendations, but here's a sampling of them. This one from Northwestern University, where I actually taught their Masters of Communications students how to create an elevator pitch for when they go back out into their career planning once they have their new degree. This is from one of my most respected colleagues, and I actually like this line that she wrote that if resumes were judged by Madison Avenue's advertising geniuses, she'd easily win a coveted Clio Award, is what she wrote about my work. And I think that very much exemplifies how we do work, with the deep branding being at the heart of the communications that we create with our clients. And of course, praised by clients, the most important, right? So again, you'll see more of this on my LinkedIn profile if you go there. But one thing I'm most proud of, more than being sitting on the head of the certification committee of the National Resume Writers Association, being published in books by Gist and Barron's Publishing, being mentioned in the media, more than all of these accolades, I'm most proud of the fact that more than 80% of our business comes from repeat and referred clients, because that means that they are seeing the return on investment and they're willing to have their friends and family come work with us. And I like it when I look at my folders and I see several of the same last name there, because it makes me feel really very good that people are willing to send their spouses and their brothers and their children to us. So that, I think, speaks more than any of the other accolades for why we do what we do. Now, as I mentioned, there are just a handful of resume writers in the world that provide this level of quality. But the thing about it is the way that our industry is set up, most of those resume writers are doing everything on their own. And I am not saying this with judgment because that was me 11 years ago when I started out. In fact, I took this from a colleague's personal Facebook page recently. Gah, I'm sick and deluged. I told my clients it's first come, first served. I will get unburied. And, you know, we tend to be very caring in this industry, and we tend to be perfectionists, and we want to do every single thing for our clients. But luckily, I have learned from personal experience and from my clients, I've worked with some of the best minds in business, that things really go much better when you can build a support system. So you don't look like this. You can build a support system, an infrastructure. People you can delegate other tasks to, administrative tasks, specialized tasks, so that you can work in your brilliance. And in my case, my brilliance is working with you, rolling up our sleeves together, digging into your brand, figuring out what is it that makes you tick? What is it that has gotten you to deliver success in so many circumstances? And I used to do that, plus the marketing, plus the advertising, plus the administrative, plus answering all the emails, plus coordinating with the proofreader, plus. That used to be me. In fact, once I created the support structure that I have now, which has been so much more successful for myself and my clients, I systemized all that I was doing, everything that was in my head. And just in the communications part, this doesn't count the job search part, the communications part alone, there are 51 steps, and this is tiny-miny on purpose because it is a proprietary system, but this is an actual screenshot of what we do for every single client for their communications package. And I couldn't believe I was trying to do all of this by myself. And those handful of world-class resume writers, if I'm not your cup of tea, I can let you know who they are. But for the most part, I only know one or two. One, really, that has the kind of support infrastructure that I've built, and I don't even think that theirs is as robust as mine. So that's really the unique part of working with us, is that you get that world-class level of expertise plus the infrastructure to support it. So, you know, it's the client portal. This is a screenshot of a sample that we had training one of our customer service angels. And so we have a place where we can keep all the files, keep all the communications, make sure the milestones are being met. Our project manager can come in and make sure that you're on track. So if you look at this example here where people are thinking, oh, I need a resume, a LinkedIn profile, a cover letter, well, that's the result. But beneath that is really that deep dive brand coaching, the award-winning level of writing and collaboration with the client, and all of that support, the proofreaders, the client portal, the proprietary system, the project manager who's making sure things are on time, the customer service angels who are answering your emails and your phone calls promptly, while I can, shut off the computer for 4 hours and really think deeply about your branding and your communications and create those at the highest level of quality. And I honestly don't know anybody else in the industry who has both of those things at such a high level. So if that resonates with you, you can learn more at thislittle.brand.com. And we actually have a free resume toolkit, which will give you some insight into how we work as well, if you'd like to know more about that before connecting with us, or, just fill out a contact form and we can talk to you live and in person. Thanks for listening, and good luck with everything that you have on your plate for your career.